Good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I definitely had a great weekend here, visiting with some awesome people and getting a little bit of work done. And then when everybody left today, I did a little more work. So before we jump into this stream and get talking, we're going to just remind everybody that this is a very family friendly oriented channel. I would ask you all to be decent in the chat, no racism, no nastiness, and we'll have a good stream. If you can not abide by those very easy, simple rules, those awesome people lit up in blue will boot you out of here because we're just not going to have it. All right. So just treat each other with respect, and we'll have a awesome chat. I don't mind constructive criticism. I don't mind feedback, but like I said, I'm not going to tolerate somebody being nasty. So that's just how that goes. So I got to tell you, I know one of the questions people are going to, after everybody left today, I had to move some supplies around. So I was doing that. And I also blocked up the battery room, the spot that I wanted to get blocked up. I got that done as well. So that was fun climbing under there. It was a really, really good time. So, but no, real productive day. We got the got the potatoes in today, which was awesome. So I want to thank everybody for the help with that. I had, the other day, Bruce came down on Thursday, and we worked on it a little bit then. And then this morning, I was cutting grass and getting the clippings in there. And then this morning, with Jen, Chris, Paul, and Mark and myself, and we banged it out pretty quickly with five of us working at it together. So that was awesome. And it was like Mark and I were talking, and he's like, he goes, man, most of the time I do stuff by myself, and I'm like, yeah, I know how that goes. But when you have a group of people working together, it really does make a huge, huge difference. So, oh, Ronnie says, told you that would be a tight workspace. Well, I'll tell you what, Ronnie, what when I went under there, I had to crawl in on my stomach, and so I'm like, I got a couple of the concrete blocks, and then I had to get like a bucket of putting the stone down first, and then maneuvering the blocks and pushing and all this stuff. Like I can't really see it on my arms here, but I was like, it was all scraped up, and then my whole chest was like all crapped up from being laying on my stomach under there. But yeah, it's just yeah, it's good times. So, but that's a project. That part of it is now done. That's out of the way. And we'll just keep doing what we do. So, but anyway, okay. So let's talk about the topic. Here we go again. God, yes. Oh, we got to, yeah. Jen was saying hella helped with the potatoes. So I got to tell you this real quick, and then we'll go on. So we're planting the potatoes. We're getting the potatoes in. Chris was cutting the rows in, and the rest of us were all putting potatoes in. Hella comes in and starts trying to take the potatoes out. So she's sleeping right now. She has another very, very busy day. She's getting to the point. She's doing more exploring. So she's going off the meadow now and kind of down the hill a little bit. But I'm keeping an eye on her, and I'll tell you, all I have to do is I whistle and she comes running. So she's she's been busy. We've been busy. But okay, so let's talk about the video title. Very vague. I hope you realized how vague it was because I did not want it to get red flagged. So that's one of the reasons, too, guys, when we have these conversations, uh, we're like 4.5 minutes in this conversation. Uh, they're not going to, hammer me because I'm talking about a situation. But it is amazing to me. It is amazing to me. I'm gonna ask you guys some questions first, okay? Who remembers the black gentleman that drove into the crowd of Christmas people and ran over a bunch of kids, uh, killed a few people, and stuff like that? Who remembers that that when that happened. So just in the comments, yes or no, do you remember that one? So a lot of you remember that one, which we should, because a lunatic anytime a lunatic does something to hurt other people, we should remember that. But here's the second part of that question. Have you heard anything else in the news about it since then? Again, now that is a yes or no question. Have you heard about it anymore in the news since that happened? It's not a trick question, Stacy. It's going to lead to the point of what I'm going to say. So, nope, you don't hear about it at all. But I will tell you what will be beaten like a dead horse. Okay? Anybody that is paying attention to what's going on in the world knows what happened in Buffalo yesterday. 18-year-old punk went in, targeted folks because of the color of their skin, you know, supposedly had a manifesto, right? Supposedly had a manifesto. Um, why? Why the police did not save us all the trouble of feeding this piece of garbage for the rest of his life? Yeah, 18 years old, Wolfang, 18 years old. Why the police did not do us a favor and put one in his head? He killed 10 people, wounded three others. So that one, because it was a white person that did it, uh, that will be national news. We'll talk about it, talk about it. That'll be all over the thing. There'll, hate crime and oh my God and stuff like that. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that gentleman, and I shouldn't say gentlemen because they're not gentlemen. Neither one of them are gentlemen. The one that ran over the people in the parade, that was a hate crime. But you didn't hear that in the news that it was a hate crime. But he was targeting white folks, right? It's the same exact thing. It's the same exact thing. Now, first of all, let me just put this out there before we get any further in this. Anybody that hurts people for no reason whatsoever, regardless of what color they are, regardless of what color the victims are, they are scumbags. Period. They're scumbags, period. Okay. Um, we live in a very twisted world. We live in a world where these kids growing up are not, a lot of them don't have a moral compass. They don't have people that are mentoring them, that are helping them, and they get on these things and they think that they're tough guys and whatever the case may be. And of course now this idiot live streamed what he did on top of it. Okay, it is a very unfortunate situation. I'll tell you what I honestly hate. What I honestly hate, that they have to make sure that if it's a white dude that does something bad, front page news, it's all over the place. If it is anybody of any other race, you'll hear about it and then it goes away instantly. This one, I'll tell you, guaranteed, folks, guaranteed, this one will not go away. They will ride this pony as long as they possibly can. And again, it's just another excuse that they'll use to try to disarm us, and know, need a national law like Texas. You murder someone, you get the same, no trial. Well, like I said, I don't know why that the police didn't just do us a favor and take this piece of garbage out, because that's what he is. He's a piece of garbage. Anybody that hurts innocent people, in my opinion, is a piece of garbage. Now, of course, they will say, oh my God, see here. So here's what'll happen, okay? And pay attention to it. You'll see it. What will happen is they will be all over the news. White supremacists. Oh my God, there's this huge threat of the rise of the white supremacists and these groups of folks, and they're the danger. So white man bad once again, right? Well, I'm going to tell you what, folks. My take is this: human beings are bad. A lot of them are. A lot of human beings are really, really nice and they're good people. The majority of people are decent people. I hate that everything has to be about race constantly. Now, I realize that they have an agenda. that they're pushing a narrative. And so this will be, the poster boy of, oh, see, look at this. There's all these groups of, white supremacists out there that are looking to take over and all this other nonsense. It's more propaganda to fuel their agenda. And at the end of the day, the agenda always comes down to two things, two things: money and control. They want to control us. They will never be able to control us as long as we are able to defend ourselves and we are armed. They're never going to be able to control us. Yes, he also shot two white people and killed two white people, Pam. You're right. But again, that will be glassed over in the news. They won't really talk about that a lot. They'll focus on the fact that one was a security guard shot in the back. Well, like I said, he's a coward. He's an absolute coward. You know, um, but it's unfortunate that these things do happen. And I'm going to tell you what, I would almost guarantee you. Now, I'm not saying this is the case, okay? I'm not saying this is the case. I want to know, and this is what you'll probably never hear about in the media either. What medication was this young man on? Was he on antidepressants? Was he receiving psychiatric help? Those are the things. Yes, it spreads division for their agenda. You're right. Yep, absolutely. Great answer and great point. It fans the flames of hatred on both sides, and it's just we, as free thinking Americans, need to realize what that agenda is, what they're trying to do, what they're trying to get people worked up. Somebody earlier, okay, and we'll give it another example. Uh, and I personally know people who became violent on Prozac. Oh yeah, there's definitely side effects of that, suicidal thoughts, all kinds of stuff. But they give that out like candy, of course, as well. But yeah. The problem is, again, it's just we have a mental health issue in this country. Realistically, there is a lot of people out there that are not going to ever be responsible. They think that they can do whatever they want. They want to be famous. Dylan Roth is another one. Remember, obviously, him, guys. Here's what I thought was interesting about that situation. If you guys remember Dylan Roth, he was the one that walked into the church, sat down for like the church meeting, and then he stood up and he shot a whole bunch of them. Okay. And he was caught, and he was some kind of supposedly a white supremacist with that bowl haircut that he had. I don't know about that one. Okay, that he was some big white supremacist, but he was a wannabe white supremacist. But anyway, when he went to jail, he was raped by a couple of black inmates. Now he was supposedly all on his own and isolated and kept in isolation, but he had a couple of black gentlemen broke it off in a shower. And you know what? Zero, zero empathy on my part. Zero empathy. You get what you get. You do stupid, again, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Uh, you know, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But like I said, we have a mental health issue in this country. That is, you know, that's the problem. People are attacking others rather than the real perpetrators. You're right, and that's another great point. Uh, we have a lot of people that are very, very angry. We have a lot of people that are very, very frustrated right now with everything that is going on in this country. People are pissed. They raise the see. Here's the thing that I don't think people get. So raise the minimum wage, right? Raise the minimum wage. Minimum wage when I was a kid, I think was 2.25 an hour. So, um, So you condone rape. Oh my God, Lisa K. Really? Really? Let's address that. I do not condone rape. Okay? I do not condone rape. Um, that what they did to Dylan Ruff was not about sex, just so you know. It's a way to humiliate, beat him down type of situation. So no, you got to be delusional. Lisa, if you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know how I feel about rapists, you know how I feel about pedophiles, and you know what I think should be done to both of them. So, you know, unbelievable. But anyway, we shall move on. I don't get, I just, really? So, anyway, all right. Unreal. People are just people. Guys, I'm going to tell you what. Any anybody that does YouTube, anybody that does YouTube has to deal with that constantly, constantly. You know, it's just it's how it goes. So anyhow, jeez, just, I don't even know where to go from there. But okay, so what was I? See, now you got me totally off track now. I know exactly, Nikki's Nook. Where did that even come from? Exactly, exactly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're right, Brooke. Ignore her, Ed. It's just I deal with so much stupidity on a regular basis. You guys have no idea. And I'm gonna tell you what, literally 98% of you that watch, I know, don't get distracted. I know. 98% of you that watch are absolutely awesome. But there's just that 2% of morons that I have to deal with like all the time. So yeah, she has to not know this channel, War Child Warrior. You're right. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm totally off the rails of what I was going to say, what I was talking about. Can anybody steer me back into what I was saying before we were so rudely interrupted? Uh, I can't remember what I was talking about now. What was I saying, guys? Oh, it came from stupid games, play when people super prize. Oh, mental health issues. Yes. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for getting me. So again, huge mental health issues in this country, perpetuated by our own government. Imagine that. I know what I was making points of how things are so bad now. The economy's bad. Uh, people are having a hard time getting jobs. They keep saying jobs are out there, but they don't want to pay anybody anything to work those jobs. And the other point I was going to make, I was talking about when I was a kid. Minimum wage was 2.25 an hour, and then I think it was like ended up being like 4 and a quarter. It wasn't a whole lot, okay, but things were cheaper then. So they have continued to raise the cost of everything. So all these raises, and people, if they're thinking that if they're thinking, well, yeah, great, I'm making $15 an hour. That $15 an hour. Dylan Ruff murdered a very dear friend of ours, the pastor. He's a scumbag. He's an absolute scumbag. Okay, and so that's and I already said that before. But anyway, um, and I'm sorry that your friend was killed by him. Okay, but the guy's a piece of garbage. Garbage deals with other garbage, and when you are in the prison system, guys, uh, they have a whole different code of justice. Okay, whole different code of justice. And what I'm saying is, I have no empathy for what happened to him. Okay, when I say I have no empathy what happened to him, is because he put himself in that situation by doing what he did. And when you do something and you target a group of people on purpose, just so you know, the jails are majority are black and Hispanic. There's not a whole lot. There's plenty of white people in jail, but the majority of people in jail are black and Hispanic. So You go and intentionally kill innocent black people because what, you feel like it, you don't like black people or whatever the case may be. What do you think is going to happen when you go to a jail situation? And guards are all on the take anyway, and they probably think the same thing I do about this piece of garbage, right? So yeah, they're going to set it up and it's going to get taken care of. Guys, what are we at? 842 in the chat, and we're at 281 on the thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. I do really appreciate it. And oh, Mick, I guess Ed doesn't know what false flags are. Of course I know what false flags are. And things are perpetuated in the news to fit an agenda. That's what it's all part of it as well. So again, guys, if you haven't shot that thumbs up, please do so. Again, it really does help with the algorithms as well. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. So thank you very much for doing so. I do appreciate that. So anyway, you know, the money's not going as far as it was. So with people thinking, well, I'm making big money now, you're really not really. You know, I think my first nursing job when I first got, after I got my nursing license, I think I was making $15 an hour. That's as, a nurse, an educated person. Obviously, I made more later on, especially once I got some experience. But started in nursing in 1973, paid $3.50 an hour. Shirley says, "Yeah." So again, that's a professional person. That's somebody that has a skill. That's somebody that has your life in your hands. You know, but we should be paying, people flipping burgers at McDonald's $15 an hour. Well, you know what? I would be more than happy to have them make that kind of money at McDonald's if they could ever get a freaking order right. That would be fantastic. You know, that would be helpful. Or Taco Bell or any of the other ones. Let's try to, let's try to get an order right. But what kind of potatoes did you plant? Russell potatoes, the bigger, they're white. I have the red potatoes back home. Um, I have the red ones back home, so I'm going to look and I'm going to see if planting some of them up in New York. But I do want to bring some of them back down here when I come back. And yeah, russet. I said Russell. I know. I know. Please. I am not a potato connoisseur. A potato is a potato. Yes. So a russet potato. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. But anyhow, I like the red skin potatoes. I really really like those. So I have a bunch of them home that I saved to plant this year. So I will. Oh my goodness gracious! Who stole Russell's potatoes? Oh my goodness gracious! But anyway, folks. Oh, that's too funny. We are in really, really big trouble. Okay. Really big. Yeah, yeah, right. That's my new West Virginia accent. I meant russet, but it came out Russell. I'm only kidding. Hey, Asif, don't worry. It's been a long day. Ed. Yeah, I know. It's okay. I can take the ribbing. It's fine. I'll be okay. But thank you so much for the donation as well. Check your email. Got the Gojo berries cutting coming on in Monday. Oh, awesome! Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that, guys. That's Robert Foster. And Robert, I don't know if you saw it in the last live stream I did. People were asking me about the book, some of the books that I have behind me, and I pulled out a couple of your books and I was showing them some of your books. So thank you very much for the donation and thank you for those cuttings. I will look for them on Monday and I will let everybody know that Robert Foster is the one that sent them. Ron, why did I say Robert? I'm sorry, dude. Ron Foster is the one that sent. I had your last name right. Come on. No, it's 50%. R, you both first names started with R. I was close. Oh my God. It's the dementia. All right. No, I'm only kidding. So, no, but Ron Foster is a writer, guys. And I got a bunch of his books here too. And I really, yeah, it's Russell Foster. Oh my God, you guys are too much killing me tonight. So, and since Ron Russell Robert is here, let's see what do we got here. All right, I'll pull out one of his books just to show you guys for saying his name wrong. There's Ron Foster, okay, and this is the Bug Out Gardening Guide. So these are actually something like this. I think is really really important too. Um, you know how I feel about gardening, folks, and if you go check out, I want you guys to actually go on and look for Ron Foster, obviously on Amazon and those type of stuff. So let's support him as well. He's a good dude. Um, he has sent me a bunch of books. I'll show you the other one real quick as well. Here's another one, A Prepper's Perspective. All right. So, little shout out for Ron. But yeah, like I said, again, we should be supporting each other. So, go check out his books if you're interested in them. Definitely make a purchase. All right. So, again, all these things that are perpetuated in the news media, false flags are done all the time uh, to serve a purpose, to serve an agenda. And what has been going on, of course, they had these other things happen. It didn't fit the agenda, so they talk about it for a moment. You're an A, said, "You're very welcome, Ron. No worries." And I sorry I called you Robert. So, um, Ed, do you take the Deloma with food? I think the question pulled the rug out from under you. You'll be fine. It could still be in your head. Sorry, Vicky. Okay, so actually, since you're asking, what I do, Deloma Health, it's another American-made company. They're based out of Texas. A good company, all American-made product. All the products in here come from the United States. Nothing is shipped in from overseas. I think that's important as well. Okay. I take these first thing in the morning. I'll take two of them on an empty stomach with a glass of water. You take two a day. It's an immune system defense. It's a supplement, dietary supplement, 8-in-1 immune support. Vitamin C, echinacea, turmeric, zinc, vitamin D3, elderberry, ginger, and garlic. JJ, if you would show the link for that. Oh, he's already got it up there. There you go. You click on that link. It's the JJ's done, or it's down in the description below. You'll save 10% on your purchase if you use that. Okay. There's 60 pills in here, which is a 30-day supply. Your immune system is hugely, hugely important. It needs to be taken care of now. And they're not taken with food unless they are specifically tell you to. Yeah. I get up first thing in the morning. And like I said, I pop two of them first thing in the morning. Let me show you the pills again. Again, you can save another 10% if you get signed up for their monthly delivery. So that is how big the pill is. So it's not a huge pill. And again, American company. I think we need to be supporting American companies. Again, all the products coming out of America, Deloma Health, and this is the product. And I think that that's a good thing. All right. So putting that out there, and you can save a little bit of money, which is always a good thing as well. So. All right. The local McDonald's here takes orders by robot, and they are a lot of compliments. Yeah, I know that they're going into that more and more and more. What I get sick and tired of if I go to McDonald's, which I don't go often, I get sick and tired of hearing, "Would you be using your mobile app today?" No, I will not, because I came here on a whim, and I just want my food. I just want to put my order in and get my food. I guess a lot of people are using a mobile app, so you know. EV3 Dale says plus supplements will irritate your stomach if empty. I personally haven't had an issue. That is just me. So anyhow, so again, here's here's something going on. Pay attention to this. Pay attention to that. Right, with this event in Buffalo. So it gets people all worked up. They're paying attention to that. They're not paying attention to everything else that's going on that's affecting all of us directly. How long do you think that Russia will sit back and go, "Oh, yeah, the United States is sending billions of dollars of military equipment to the Ukraine so they can use it to kill Russian soldiers"? So some of us have cast iron stomachs. Now, this is true. I'll put it like this: if you want to take the medicine or the immune booster with food or without food, I will leave it up to your discretion. How is that? I'm just telling you how I do it. So, and I haven't had a problem. So that's I think it's a good thing to have an immune boost. I just, with everything going on and the amount of people out there and the amount of sickness out there and people are not taking care of themselves, I think that it makes a big difference. So I like it. I like working with this company. I think it's a good thing. So take it with a cracker, you'll be fine. Exactly. Yep. So Viking sent 20 million, 109, 155 millimeters. Yeah, there's all different countries are sending all kinds of stuff over there. But, at some point, when Ed, are you getting your ham license? I'm not going to get that, James, to be honest with you. I do have a ham radio and those type of things, but I'm not going to. And I have the booklet to study for the operator's license. But when you have an operator's license as a ham radio operator, you are on a list. I don't want to be on a list. When the time comes again, yeah, I can listen. And realistically, folks, SHTF happens, you're not going to want to be out there chitter chattering away. They can pinpoint where you are and they can find you. And that maybe a better organized group than you. What I would be using the ham operator or ham radio for is to listen, to find out what's going on, to keep information, and then feel people out, and then maybe talk to somebody. So, okay, yes, Sweden and Finland are going to apply for NATO next week. Let's talk about that for a second. Sweden's been a neutral country forever and ever and a day, right? I'm already on a list, Lynn. I know that. I know I'm well. I'm already on a list, but I'm not going to just add one more thing onto that list. I will tell you, like now, I'll give you an example of something. So this weekend, we had our first get together of members of my mag down here in West Virginia. Down the road, do I fully anticipate that I will be infiltrated by a government informant and government agent, something to that effect down the road? Absolutely 100% yes, because they want to keep a finger in all those pies. They want to see what you're doing. They want to see what you're up to. Um, you know, and as I have told the people and the members of my group down here, I said, we are not a militia. That is not what we are. I said, we might be mostly anti government folks that are coming together down here, but we are not looking to overthrow the government. I said, if you are looking for those type of group, this is not the one for you. What we're putting together down here in West Virginia is a group of people that when the time comes and things go to total crap in this country, which we are well on our way, okay? Not a religious group either. No, we're not a cult. I don't think I'm the Messiah. I can guarantee you guys, I can guarantee you I am not the second. I promise you that. um, but the thing is, we're a group of people that want to come together when the time comes to survive with like-minded people that we have formed a bond with. Okay. So anybody that watches this channel knows I'm not religious. I have no judgment of anybody who is religious. So are some of the members of my group religious? Yes, they are. And that's okay. What we have as adults in my group, we have come to the conclusion that we are going to respect each other's viewpoints. We're not going to hammer on each other because we think or do anything differently. Tamara, Ed's just Ed. That's all I am. I'm just me. You know what the funny thing is? Jason, Angry Prepper, he had said this to somebody. With me, meaning Ed, right? Prepper Nurse One. He says, what you see is what you get. And that's 100% fact. And I've told you guys 100 million times, and I will say it again. The only difference between Ed on YouTube and Ed in the real world, I swear more in the real world. That's the only difference. That is the only difference. And the reason I choose not to swear on video, I believe, and this is just my personal opinion, if you're watching my videos and you have your grandchildren in the background or young children, they're going to be able to listen to what I say. And, you're not going to have to worry about, oh my God, is he going to drop the F bomb and all that type of stuff. It's not, you don't have to worry about that. But, too forgetful to answer my email sounds like a normal guy to me, Ed. I got a lot on my plate, you know. Um, I have a lot on my plate. And spring is in the air. I'm not even going to get in. I'm not touching that topic. So, couple topics really we should never get into, and that would be one of them. So, I'm not going to touch that topic. But okay, on that topic that you were trying to get me to make my stand on, I respect everybody's right to have their own opinion on that topic. How does that sound? Again, I don't judge people. That's not who I am. Who am I to push my views onto somebody else if they disagree with me? If they have a different viewpoint of life, that's okay. We can still be friends. We can still get along. We can still have each other's back. And we can agree as adults, not in the society we live in today because everybody is so offended by everything. But the people that are going to be here, we're going to be able to agree to disagree. Because if you can't, if you are a Karen, you are in the wrong spot. Because I am not going to be politically correct. I am never going to be politically correct. Um, you know, that's not me. Never going to be. I say it like it is. I respect people also that say it like it is. I would rather have you, and I've said this many, many times, I would rather have you hurt my feelings and tell me the truth than to lie to me. Because the one thing I cannot stand is I can't stand a liar. Can't stand it. Because, and I want you to think about this. Oh yeah, yes, except for pedophiles. Yeah, pedophiles, I will beat them to death with a stick and with a big old smile on my face. Yeah, just you can't do enough to hurt those type of people. Anybody like that that hurts children or the guys that beat up on little kids, yeah, they deserve a whooping themselves. But yeah, no sugarcoating. Nope, that is not me. Never has been, never will be. Again, my the way I look at it is if you are offended by something I say or if you don't like something I say, that's not my problem. It really isn't. It's your problem. If you don't like what I'm doing, then don't watch me. So that's what I don't get. People that hate you, but yet they'll sit there and watch everything that you say, looking to try to trip you up, looking for you to make a mistake. If you don't lie, you don't have to remember nothing. It's when you start lying about stuff and delusions of grandeur, and you think that you're so much more important than you are. Folks, I'm gonna tell you what. Again, I am who I am. You know, I do what I do. Um, if you like me, great. And here's the best part: people that don't like what I'm doing down here, guess what? I could care less. I'll tell you why. The people that are going to be having my back, they've been coming here. We've been working together already, and we're going to continue to expand that. And hopefully, we're going to get a bigger group over time, and we will. But again, it's like if somebody out there says, well, I talked to him and these were what the rules were, and I didn't like that, then don't be part of what we're doing. Simple. Nobody's see the best part is I'm not twisting one person's arm to get involved with what I'm doing here. But the reality is guys like myself, guys like Angry Prepper, guys like Southern Prepper One, who live, eat, and breathe this is what we do. Okay. I'm not just some guy sitting in my house and a big house living on grid and talking about all kinds of nonsense. That ain't me. That ain't me. I live it, eat, and breathe it. I've been living off grid for 7 years already. Anybody that watches this, been watching this channel knows that my property in New York has been off grid for 7 years. June would start the 8th year. I bought a second piece of property down here in West Virginia because I wanted to be in a location that was even more isolated than where I was before. Ed, what suggestions do you have for those of us whose family has abandoned us? We're pretty much alone. Wisdom the Monarch asked that. Again, I can't repeat it enough. I think that all of us need to we create different families. If your family has abandoned you, and a lot of families, guys, are garbage. They are. It's just it is what it is. Why would you want to be around them anyway? You know. But if you can connect yourself with good people in your area, could be neighbors, could be friends, plan on working together, or other people that are preppers. You know, you can prep till the skies come home. And when something happens, if you're by yourself, you might live for a while, but eventually it's always they, right? Groups, gangs, people that didn't have it, maybe they know that you do have it, they're going to come and take it from you because you have to sleep sometime. You can't stay up 24 hours a day. What happens when you get sick? What happens when you get hurt? Who's there to pick up the slack? I mean, one of the things we've talked about down here is basically having a building, if you will, to use as a hospital. So if somebody's sick, if somebody got pneumonia and they're sick, you can isolate them. You don't want them to be around everybody else because you don't want to get everybody else sick. But the beauty of having a group is that you have other members of the group to pick up the slack for you. And that's what's really important. Richard Ruckman said, "I have Ed. You have the backbone to live off grid. You built it. My hats off to you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You know, I'm stubborn, bullheaded, pigheaded, whatever. I dig my heels in, that's it. You know, and when I make up my mind that I'm going to do something, I do it, and that's it. And if I have to do it all by myself, I'll do it all by myself. But it's a lot nicer when you have other people working with you for the common goal. And the common goal is that we all survive, the group members. I want every one of my group members to survive. I want them to be able to come here when the time comes and that we work together. We realize the importance. And that's what a lot of these people are looking for. Well, I'll give you an example, guys. One of the things I ask people all the time, I'll say to them, why do you want to be part of a group? And the number one answer that I have received from the people that I talk to, safety in numbers, security. That's why they want to be part of a group. And it makes sense. It's just a smart, if you have a half a brain in your head, it's a smart thing. It really, really is. So, okay, really quickly, guys, before we do the account, what we are going to do is I want to talk about my website real quick. Okay. Ed, are you monitoring any weight loss since you've been in West Virginia? Yeah, I've definitely lost weight. I know I've gained muscle, and muscle always weighs more than fat. So a lot of my fat has now turned into muscle. But yeah, it's been doing better. So anyway, preppernurse1.com. Okay, if you go to my website, we have the Prepper Nurse One community there. So talking about groups, trying to link up with like-minded people. You go in there, you have to join, but it's free to join to the Prepper Nurse One community on my website. You go in there, once you register, no credit card information is asked. Also, check out the message boards, look for people in your state or your country to connect with like-minded people. That is one way we set that up for you guys, because people kept asking me, how do I meet like-minded people? How do I meet like-minded people? That's one way to do it. Okay. The other thing that we have on my website, we have the Forefathers, which is a CBD and hemp store. Again, you go to my website, preppernurse1.com, you will see the Forefathers logo. If you click on that, it will take you to their website. When you're on their website, if you decide to make a CBD or hemp purchase, you can save 15% by using the discount code PrepperNurse1. Okay. So definitely take advantage of that as well. CBD products are another thing that's a good thing to have, especially in a post event. The other thing, on my website, we have the Legacy freeze dried foods. So again, Prepper Nurse One. I'm losing weight too, but more active in the garden. There's nothing wrong with that. Being active, period, will help you lose weight. Uh, PrepperNurse1.com. Click on store. It will drop down Legacy Foods. You click on that. It will take you to the store within the website. 25-year shelf life, GMO free, gluten available for people that need that. It is also vegetarian, but there are beef and chicken options that can be purchased separately. It is the largest portion size of any of the other freeze dried food companies. So definitely take advantage of that. All right. So that is all that part of that out of the way. Um, Tan fat equals muscle. Yeah, right. Exactly. Sweat equity. Sweat equity makes a big, big difference. So, anyway, what is your guesses of the egg count today? I will tell you what yesterday's egg count was, and then we need a yes or no. Did thick neck lay today? So it's a two-part question. How many eggs? And yes or no, did she lay? Yesterday, we had 12 eggs yesterday and no thick neck laying yesterday. So I will give you guys a moment to get your guesses in, and we will go from there. Just let you get your guesses in. We'll go from there. And I'm probably going to butcher this last name, and I do apologize. But if you had the same exact guess as Melissa Ventetti, I believe is how her name is said. I could be wrong. I probably am. 8 eggs today, no thick neck, lazy, lazy chicken. She did not lay now for 3 days in a row. But they laid 12 yesterday, and so 8 more eggs today. So nice and steady. They're laying eggs like crazy, which is a good thing. And so there we are. But yeah, I don't know. Well, Thick Neck's getting older, so I don't know if her time is getting more towards the end. I hope she keeps laying more. I like her eggs. So, but anyway, excuse me. Semi-retired. Exactly, Tamara. Thick Neck is semi-retired. She's back in there. She's sound asleep. Shh. Let's not jinx it. We still got another, what, half an hour or so to go. I tried taking her out just before the stream started, but she was not going. She's like, nope, I'm done. But she ran, guys. That dog was all over today. Um, when I was taking stuff, back and forth into the building, she was just, she was staying close. So it's absolutely a blast. So, yes, Mrs. T, I can incubate her eggs. Like I said, I got 2 incubators, and once we're down here full time, I plan on definitely doing a couple dozen hens, well, hopefully hens. But oh yeah, she gets as much water as she wants, Sharon. Hey, Asiv, clone thickneck, find her long lost cousin. That's right. Well, the thing is, with thickneck's eggs, she's breeding with Foghorn Leghorn, who's a white rooster, and so it's not going to be a purebred another thick neck. So I don't even know if she had a baby, if we hatched out some of her babies, if they would even lay the green eggs, because they wouldn't be purebred. But Warchild, how does a person become important to you? Important to me. That's kind of it's not necessarily important to me. It is. I'm a loyalty guy. Okay. And if I feel like that I can trust you, um, we've developed a relationship, a friendship. I will have your back no matter what. That's how I roll. It's how I've always rolled. Even if you are in 100% in the wrong in a situation, I'll still have your back. So, because if you're my friend and I don't know the other guy, I don't care. Um, Honesty is a huge part of it. If I expect you to be loyal to me too. So, and just be real. Don't BS me. One thing I can't stand is don't BS me. If you have no skills, you can learn as long as you're willing to learn. That's okay. So, how are you dealing with the heat down there compared to upstate New York? Are activities harder? Not really. We haven't really got into the real super heat yet. Um, but no, I mean, I just even like in New York. I mean, it's not like a lot of times I'm not going to be in New York. I'm not going to go out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, in the heat of the day, and try to do stuff. I'm either going to try to do it in the morning, first thing in the morning, or in the evening. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. You have to be smart about stuff. But you can't be honest if you're afraid to offend. Well, yeah. Well, like I said, I'm honest to a fault. I always tell people, they'll say, "Can I get your opinion on this?" And I'll say to them, I will say to them, I said, "Do you really want my honest opinion? Because I'll give it to you." So, too funny. What do we got? 787 in the chat, guys. We're at 513 on the thumbs up. Should be way higher. We were over 800 here a little while ago. Let's get those thumbs up going. Let's set a goal right now. Let's see. Let's set a goal of 850. That'll be pushing it. But I think we could get 850 thumbs up. We have enough people in here, and more people will come out, I'm sure. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to again ask you to please do that to show support for the channel. And I do appreciate that ahead of time. I know it's kind of a lofty goal, but now we're only 299 away. So 850 is the goal. So if you haven't shot a thumbs up, please do so to show support for that. Oh yeah, I believe in siesta naps. Absolutely, naps are a freaking gift. Also, again, it really does help with the algorithm. So the more interaction that we have, the better it is for the channel as well. Also, again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get all notifications as well. We're going to talk a little bit about prepping right now. Okay, I think that it is beyond important to be diligent at this time, to continue to do what we need to do. Like I said, again, one of the things that I'm going to be doing when I go back to New York, we're getting the garden in up in New York, because number one, if the place doesn't sell, why not utilize what we have to continue to grow food? So we will absolutely be doing that. Okay, and I think that that's important. Also, with everything going on, we just not a bad. And if the property sells, then somebody will have a garden already in place, growing for them. So I think that that's a good thing too. There's nothing wrong with that either way. So I will continue to work on things down here, but also take care of things in New York as well. So that's one of the things. West Virginia is not far from New York. Just a little over 500 miles. A little over 500 miles for me to get home. So that's not close. That's not close. But Vicky Savage says every soldier understands the importance of eating and sleeping whenever possible. Power naps for me are awesome. If I take a 20-minute power nap, it definitely takes the edge off, and I feel better afterwards. I've always been that way, so it's really, really important. But I want to talk about, guys, get those gardens in. Do not rely on the system to feed you. Rely on yourself. Rely on your family to work with you, to help you. Okay, because when the time comes, and I know that when the time comes, you're going to have what you have. Period. There is, you know, there's no more going to the store. There's no more making that last run. You're going to have what you have, and I want you to think about it. What you have right now. How long do you think you would be good for if SHTF happened 8 o'clock tomorrow morning? 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, the end of the world as we know it happened. No more running to the store. How prepared are you? Now, some of you, of course, you've been watching this channel for a while, so I know some of you were very prepared, and I think that that's a good thing. But a lot of you, maybe you're new on here, you're just getting started. Um, that should galvanize you into action. You don't have to do it all at once. Again, when SHTF happens, it's going to happen. There's not a thing any of us are going to be able to do to stop it. It's not going to make any difference at that point in time. It is how we react when that time comes. And the way that we want to react is to act, not react. Okay. Most people are going to be running around like a chicken with their head cut off, no clue whatsoever of what to do, how to do it, where to go, no game plan, period. But if you have sat down and you have a game plan in place, if you have people that you can count on, that you're working, it makes all the difference in the world. It really, truly does. And I think it's really, really important. Uh, you know, I was talking to Rob, one of the guys in my group the other day. If SHTF happened tomorrow, I would be hightailing it to New York. Right now, that would be my best chance to survive, uh, you know, because everything is still in place in New York. I mean, I've been working on it up there for 7 years, and everything that I have done in New York is all about prepping. It's all about being as self sufficient as we possibly can be, growing, growing, growing if we have to. And that's what you got to do. Now, my ultimate goal, obviously, is to be here. And so, as soon as that place in New York does so, which I do believe it eventually will, um, we can go from there. And I think that that's important. I want to be here. Not going to lie, this is where I want to be. It's a much better situation for me, my family, my group. If you guys listened to Angry Prepper when he did, he had come down here and he was hanging out with us. He said on a video, if you want go back and watch some of his videos, he said this is one of the best places that he saw uh, for a bug out location because it's very defendable. And that's one of the reasons why I picked it. It's very defendable. It's a perfect location. It really, truly is. So, you know, those are, location, location, location is probably one of the biggest things. And I think that that's really important. And we just got to keep staying diligent and working towards, the goal and realizing what the goal is. The goal is not just to survive. That it Surviving is a nice thought. You want to survive, okay? But I want to thrive while I survive. I want to have people around me that I know that when I lay my head down and I go to sleep, they have my back. They're also going to know that I have their back. Trust. We talked about that earlier. Trust. Building those bonds, building those relationships with people, I think is hugely important. It has to be. If you don't trust the people you're around, you might as well give it up. You have to trust somebody. And I know that's hard and that sucks. And there's a lot of people out there looking to get over, a lot of people looking to take advantage, a lot of people have ulterior motives. But I will tell you this right now, their true colors will show through. And when they do, you get rid of them, you get them out of your group, because, the cream will rise to the top. You ever hear that one? I've heard that one a lot. The people are legit, that are real, that don't have ulterior motives other than the fact that they want to work together with like minded people for the greater good of the group, to survive, to be able to hopefully help our neighbors out here. That is part of what I want to do as well. And we will be in a position to do that. So, that's kind of where I'm coming from. So, just letting you know. So we just hit 600 thumbs up. We need 200 and our goal of 850, and I still think you guys can do it. So, really quick, I want to mention really quickly as well about Heather's Etsy account. I don't want to forget that because JJ will remind me if I don't. My daughter has an Etsy account where she does jewelry. She also does cat hats, and she also does adult hats, regular hats. I think she does scarves. If you want a scarf done as well, she can make that, or even a blanket. So if you're interested in those things, if JJ would throw that link up there, I would appreciate it, and you can contact her over there and talk to her. So I don't trust my neighbors. I'll be honest with you. A lot of times you can't. You can't. If you're lucky, and there's JJ's put the link up for Heather's website, folks. So definitely take advantage of that, please, if you would, to support her. Um, Again, you know, a lot of times your neighbors are going to be the first ones that are going to come and try to take what they can from you. It depends on where you are. It depends on what relationships that you have. Oh, good night, Asif. Have a good night, man. Um, it depends on those relationships and h- how you get along with your neighbors. I think it's really important to try to. All my neighbors will get lead poisoning. Well, I'm sure that's going to happen as well. But yeah, I understand. I do. I'm not saying I don't disagree with you. You know, if people come and try to hurt you or hurt the people that you care about, they're going to get what they're going to get. So that's how it should be. All right. So what are we at? 6:23. We need 227 more thumbs up. Let's see. I think we can hit 850. We're gonna have to push it though. I'm gonna have to keep reminding you, but let's keep those thumbs up coming, please. Again, it helps with the algorithms. Also, it if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well, and thank you ahead of time. So, all right, shout outs. We're going to start out with 80K Man, who is up in the Adirondacks. We have Bizariza Jizza, who hasn't posted lately, but he does have a lot of good information with his Carrington Chronicles. So I would encourage you all to listen to that as well. Icky Can up in Canada, who is a good friend of mine, really good dude. So I would ask you to please support him as well. Also up in Canada, we have North Shore Preparedness, also a nice young man. Well, not young man, but he's a nice guy. When we have white hair as much in our beards, we're not so young anymore. That's what happens. But he's a good dude. So Alaskan Prepper with Rudy, awesome dude. Alaskan Granny is also very good. You have Mary Greeley News. There's Ryan Hall Y'all, who does the weather. He's very cool. I like what he does as well. We also have Green Greg's, Southern Prepper One. There is Deep South Homestead. There is Pinball Preparedness, Gray Man Prepping. We have Magic Prepper out in North Dakota. You have Angry Prepper, of course, in New York City with Jason. Very cool dude. The Needy Homesteader, really like her channel as well. Also, you have Wrangle Star. There is Marfugal News, who's awesome as well. Carl's Cabin up in Minnesota. Also, you have Bush Radical and Girl in the Woods, also out of Minnesota. Well, they go back and forth between Alaska and Minnesota, but husband and wife, two different channels. Definitely check those out as well. You have the Nomadic Movement down in Panama. They're also very cool. Bushcraft Bear in the Canary Islands in La Palma. So Simple Living Alaska. Yep. I've seen them as well. East Tennessee Preparedness is another one. Survival Lily. Um, there is Survival Princess as well, I believe. Uh, let's see. I already said Pinball. Bjorn Hansen, Corporal's Corner is another one. Doug and Stacy are also awesome. Joe with St. Bernard Acres as well. And so a lot of good channels out there, a lot of good information. I'm trying to think, Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. Love him. Adapt 2030. Um, you have Suspicious Observer is another really good channel, like him as well. So, but yeah, there's a lot of great channels. We should be supporting each other. I think it's important to do that. The Green Dream Project out in Arizona, very cool. If you're in the desert in Arizona, they would definitely be the ones to pay attention to because they're doing it the right way. So definitely check them out as well. But a lot of good information. Stay away from, trying to think. Oh yeah, BP Earthwatch is another one. Crocker Bushcraft. I already said Marfugal News with Adam and Dave, but yeah, like I said again, we should be supporting each other. I think it's important that we should do so. So I would encourage you to do that. So anyway, what are we at? 6:54. So we need 196 more thumbs up 2 hit 850. So I would encourage you guys, and I'm not going to mention names of channels, but I would encourage you to stay away from the fear porn. I don't think that it's healthy. If every video is the end of the world is happening today. Oh, Steve Wallace. Yes, Camping with Steve. Another great channel. Love him. Absolutely love him. I think he's really, really cool. I don't think that that is productive. I think that that actually has a negative effect. I think it turns a lot of people off. And so, like I said, I'm not bashing any channel. I'm not going to come on here and bash a channel. I'm just going to say that watch certain things with an objective mind, I guess, is the way to say it. Okay. So, certain channels I will not give shout outs to anymore. That is, yep, we did say Rudy. Yep, Alaskan Prepper. I did talk about him. So, you know, we need information. Not going to lie. I think it's good to get as much information as you possibly can get, but I don't think that it is productive in any way, shape, or form to every day yell the sky's falling. I don't think that that's a good thing, and that's just me. So, I may talk about events, I may talk about things that are going to happen, or whatever the case may be, but I'm not going to beat you to death and tell you I have an inside source and they say World War III is happening tomorrow. I'm not going to do that to you because when the time comes, again, it's going to be a shock to all of us. So I think that we need to focus on what we can control. What can we control? It's really simple. It's really simple. We can control what we can take care of to help our families. And I think that that's hugely important. We can get food, we can get medicines, we can get supplies, we can get water purifiers, gasoline, generators, you know, tools to help you protect what you have as well. All those things are important. You know, extra boots, extra shoes, gloves, hats, scarves, plenty, medical supplies. All those things are important. You know, uh, screws, nuts, bolts, hammers, hand tools, a chainsaw. I mean, guys, I could go on and on and on. There is a lot when it comes to prepping. So you're a brand new prepper. You've never thought about prepping in your life, and you came here today for the first day. What should you focus on first? All right. My advice to anybody that is just starting out, get a 2 week supply of food and water. And as soon as you have that done, then you need to continue to add to your food and then look at getting water purification, ways to purify water. You're not always going to have that water available, clean, wonderful water to drink. SHTF happens, it's going to get really ugly and really bad really, really fast. So you get food, you get waters, you get ways to purify water. We sat around and we were talking about this recently. More people in an SHTF event will die from one thing more than any other way. So I had my group out here and we were talking about this, and I asked them, what do you think the most way that people are going to die in a post event? And I will tell you guys, we're not going to get in. I'm not going to ask you what you think in here because, I've already talked about actually on this before. It's dysentery. They're going to get, they're going to drink tainted water. They're going to get sick. They're going to get diarrhea. They're not going to be able to rehydrate. They're not going to be able to do it, and they're going to die. And that's going to kill more people in an SHTF event than anything else. I'm telling you right now. So if you really value your lives, value the people that you care about, what you will do is you will get out there, you will get several different ways to purify water. Also knowing that small gravel, crushed up charcoal, and sand can also be used as a filtration device to filter water to get a lot of the pathogens out. But if you do that way, you need to bring that water to a rolling boil afterwards. Really, really important. Okay. So If we don't have fresh water, we're dead in 3 days. 3 days. It's the rule of three: 3 minutes without oxygen, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food. So the priority has to be water. Water's number one. Obviously, being able to breathe is important, but after that, it's water. Because if you got 3 weeks before you starve to death, and some of us have a little extra padding, so myself included, so I might even have 4 weeks. Now, I don't know, but without proper intake of food, again, you're gonna be in trouble really, really fast. All right, so we're at 689. The goal is 750. So again, I'm going to ask if you haven't shot a thumbs up yet to please do so to show support for the channel. Again, and thank you ahead of time. I do appreciate that. Again, it really does help with the algorithms as well. Pushes us up higher in the rankings with YouTube. Again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. And thank you ahead of time. So we are now 141 away from the goal. 850 is the goal, guys. So let's see if we can hit that with those thumbs up. I think you guys can do it. I went for a higher number to push it to see if we could get there, but I think we can. All right, let's do this. We are Legion because we are many. We are all over the world. We're all over the country. We are a huge network of people. We're a huge family. Where is everybody from tonight? Where are we all from? Let's see. Christmas Valley, Oregon with Cindy. Franklin County, Ohio. We have Connecticut. Waterloo, New York. Nowhere, Oklahoma, still my favorite. Syracuse, New York. Dayton, Ohio. Canastota, New York. Pittsburgh. Let's see. Northwest Georgia. New Mexico. Minnesota, BC, Canada, Houston, Texas, West Virginia, Chicago, St. Augustine, Florida, Rapid City, South Dakota, Washington, D.C., Newfoundland, Western Iowa, Southeast Georgia, East Central Illinois, Battleground, Alabama, I believe. Let's see, Chicago, South Carolina, Key West, Florida, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Littleton, New Hampshire, the Adirondacks in New York, Michigan, Kentucky, Western New York, the Lone Star State, which would be Texas, North Carolina coast. Poland is in the house. Welcome. Glad to have you here. We have Central Georgia, Grovedale, Indiana. Iowa's in the house. Gillette, Pennsylvania. Stupidity first will kill. Get used to being around others with guns. Well, that's another great point, Ron. Thank you for saying that. You're 100% right. And thank you very much for the donation as well. Stupidity will kill. Well, that'll take care of itself really quickly. We have London in the house. We have Bellevue, Nebraska. Paw Paw, West Virginia. Alliance, Ohio. We have Kansas. Florida's Nature Coast. Very nice. Northwest Pennsylvania, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania Wilds, Barbados, very cool. Welcome, glad to have you here. The Mission Valley, wherever that may be. We have Virginia with Jen. Hey, Jen, I think I saw you recently. We have Oregon, Maine, Gatton, Pennsylvania, OK, Oklahoma, Tucson, Arizona's in the house. But again, we are all over the world. We are all over the country. We are a huge, huge network of people. Huge network of people. We are the ones that are awake now, and we are the ones that can make a difference now and after an event. We can do a lot of teaching after an event. We can help people to help themselves. The days of free handouts will be over. So they absolutely will. We have Central Iowa. We have Maine in here, Phoenix, Arizona, or as I like to call it, Pahonix. If you saw the commercial many years ago with NASCAR, you will know what I'm talking about. It's a joke. West Montana, very nice. So, blackout curtains, absolutely. I think blackout curtains are really important. You don't want to draw attention to yourselves. blackout curtains, I would absolutely think if you have a room that you plan on spending the majority of your time in, I think that's what you absolutely should have in there. Oh, we got Norway. Very nice. Welcome, welcome. El Paso, Texas. We have Connecticut, the armpit of New England. Well, there you are. Norway in the house. I think I already said that. Yes, I did. So, so we have 607 in the chat. We're at 744. So we need 106 more thumbs up to hit our goal, guys. Can we do it? Can you help make that happen? We 850 is the goal, and we're running out of time. I use blackout curtains now. That's awesome. I use a sock. I'll put a sock over my eyes, and I can't see nothing. It works out great. I'm joking. So, but no bites yet on the New York homestead. When I go back to New York, I will be sitting down with my realtor, and we will be having a nice chat, and we will figure out what we need to do. So that is where we will be. So, howdy, y'all from Bluefield, West Virginia. Well, welcome, Tony. Glad to have you in the house. I got to tell you what, folks, I absolutely love it here. It is awesome. It is just the people are decent. They're going to try to help you out if they can with contacts. I believe it's important to spend your money locally instead of a big conglomerate. And so I think it's important that we help support the community. So that's what I'm trying to do. So Dollar General has blackout curtains for 10 for a set. Now that ain't bad. That is not bad at all. So yeah, that's a very, very good thing. So wait, 761, less than 100 to go, guys. We got what, 90, no, 80, 88 away to hit 850. 850 is a goal. Let's see if we can do that. So, um, I use blackout curtains to regulate the temperature in the house. That absolutely does help. If you have southern facing windows, blackout curtains are going to help keep your house cooler for sure. Absolutely will help you keep your house cooler. So, and like I said, when the time comes, it's a really good thing to have because you do not want to draw undue attention to yourself. You don't want to give people a beacon of light to go to, especially at night. So, like here, the camper, right? I got all the lights on. I'm on my solar system. The end of the world has happened. That they would not be on, or if they were on, I would have something over all these windows so that there was no. And then I would go outside and I would walk around and make sure that there was no light coming in. That's another thing that you absolutely need to do. If you have blackout curtains, check it out and make sure that they're actually working. So middle of the night, go out there midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, turn your lights on in the area that you have your blackout curtains, and go out and see if you can see anything. Because you do not want to find that out the wrong way in an SHTF event if that they were not working. So, but can a person buy a single acre of land or two somewhere? They are available. You can do that. A lot of places will do that. I like here I have 25 acres and I like that because nobody can be right on top of me, which is awesome. It really, really is. So, but so what are we at? 785. So we are now 65 thumbs up away from the goal of 850, guys. We need 65, 64 now. 64 more thumbs up to hit our goal of 850. So again, if you have not shot that thumbs up yet, please do so. Yep, a blood moon tonight, absolutely. So I'm hopefully it's not so overcast out there that I can't see it. I'm going to definitely get out there and take a look for it, and hopefully get to see that tonight. That would be really, really cool. So, but I want to thank my moderators who do an absolutely awesome job keeping the chat clean. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate you all very much for coming in here and making sure that we have good, clean chats, and that everybody is doing good and that they're behaving themselves. So that is awesome. Land in Iowa per acre is extremely expensive, up to 8 to 10K per acre. Wow. Yeah, that's expensive. That is expensive. So, What are we at? 792, 100, or no, 50, 58 away. 58 more thumbs up, guys. Can you do it? Can we make it happen? It's going to be, I don't think it's going to be close. I don't think we're going to do it. I think you guys are getting lazy on me tonight. So again, please, let's see if we can hit 850. I don't think that that's too hard of a number. 12 to 15 an acre here. Wow. Well, I know in New York, where I'm at in New York, it was before, like when I bought my property, it was about $4 grand an acre. I'm sure it's much more than that now, but you know, and like I said, down here I got a really great deal, but the land prices here have gone up since I bought down here as well. So it definitely makes a big difference. So I want you guys to remember that we are all in this together, that we are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we are going to be in much better shape. We got to stop letting them divide us. Stop feeding into the propaganda. Stop listening to the nonsense that they say on TV all the time, because we do not all hate each other. Some of us actually care about each other. Uh, they use race, religion, political affiliation, the vax, the unvax. These are all tools to keep us fighting amongst each other so that we will never come together. And as long as we're fighting amongst each other, we're never going to come together. So what are we at? 810, guys. 40 more thumbs up. Come on, I know you guys can do it. If you have not shot that thumbs up yet, let's get that up there. Let's hit that 850 number. Just for fun, because why not? So 850 is the goal. I promise I won't ask for any more after that. Also, guys, remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not paid. We never know what's going to happen. Tony Sutton said land in McDowell County, West Virginia is still under 1,000 an acre. Yeah, it depends on where you are. It really is going to depend on where you are. But again, tomorrow's not guaranteed. So tell the people that you care about every day how you feel. And I think that that's important to do as well. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that is going to stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you are going to be just fine. Stay away from negative people that tell you what you cannot accomplish. Stay away from them as well, because they want to keep you down. Don't listen to that. Set realistic goals and then set about to making them happen. 826, guys. 24 more thumbs up. Can we do it? 22 now. We need 22 more thumbs up. I have faith in you. I think you guys can do it. 21 to go. Let's keep those thumbs up coming. Again, it really does make a big difference with the algorithms. So thank you as well. Oh, a reminder, tomorrow night I will be live streaming from 8 to 9 for my hardcore preppers. If you would like to be part of that, you go to my main page here on YouTube. You click the join button. You become a perk for hardcore preppers. I do a private stream just for them on Monday. So it doesn't change my schedule for the rest of the do. Excuse me. I'm still going to do the rest of my streams. That's an extra one. We're at 840, guys. 10 more. Come on. You can do it. I have faith in you. 60,000 an acre in West Central Florida. Wow. That's crazy. We're at 842. We need 8 more. 8 more thumbs up, guys. Oh, 844. 6 more to go. Come on, guys. Look, it's just a game, and it's just fun. 846. 4 more. Can we get 4 more thumbs up to hit 850? There we go. 850. Look, I see. I knew you guys could do it. I actually thought we weren't going to get there, but I did send it a little high, and then I had to be annoying and push you guys. But I do appreciate it. So anyway, folks, stay focused. Keep prepping. Keep taking care of your business. Think about your families. Look out for your families, and you're going to be in much better shape. I'm seeing 858. So awesome. All right, you guys have like an auctioneer. Come on, like give me get it. Can I do I got 8 1/4, 8 1/4, 8 1/4, 830, 830, 830, 835. Come on. 860. There we go. Awesome. So anyway, guys, have a great night. I will see you all tomorrow. Again, Hardcore Preppers live stream 8 o'clock tomorrow night. You have a great night, guys. It's been fun. I got to laugh a little bit tonight, which was fun. And with the crazy sickness of what is going on in this world, it is nice to laugh once in a while. So have a great night. I will see you all later. Prepper Nurse One out for now.